My name is John David Kennedy. I was a district and family court judge and magistrate in Maine for about 15 years before I retired 3 years ago. I'm now semi-retired. There's a lot that we don't know about what works and what doesn't work in high conflict divorce. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of empirical data about that, but there's a lot of empirical data that the single worst thing for a child is to be embroiled in their parents' high conflict divorce. That is in and of itself the single worst thing that can happen to a kid who happens to be in one of these families. We know that. That's been proven. We may not always know the right thing to do for that family to get them out of that box, but we know that that is the thing that you always have to want to avoid. And I have one case that I shepherded well, I think I had it for 5 of its 15 years. I wrote at least 10 written decisions in that case, and that case was essentially litigated from the day that the divorce was filed through the day I retired. And I think there were still 2 or 3 years left before the youngest child aged out, and it was going to continuously be litigated until then. People get trapped in this cycle of never-ending litigation. And one of my theories is that it's just like classical physics. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if I take a legal punch at my ex-partner, it's not going to produce the kind of response that I want. It's going to produce the similar response. And you can sometimes just watch the arms race escalate. The one single thing I would say to them is, how do you want your kids to remember their childhood? Is this what you want them to remember?